How's everybody doing? Welcome to Mike Dub 27 Trading. And today I found a different small cap that I could go ahead and invest in today, and that is Allogene Therapeutics. Now, Allogene Therapeutics is a pharmaceutical company. It says right here, Allogene Therapeutics Incorporated operates as a clinical stage immuno-oncology company, pioneering the development and commercialization of genetically engineered allogenic T-cell therapies for the treatment of cancer. The firm develops a pipeline of off-the-shelf T-cell product candidates that are designed to target and kill cancer cells. CEOs David Chang, 233 employees, is out of San Francisco, California. Now, when you come down here to the market cap, it's not bad, 429.83 million. High today was 209, and the low today was $1.96. The average volume 3.36 million. Volume today was around 1.71 million. Now, the interesting thing about this, and let me bring up the candles real quick. All right, so I was watching this morning because at first I was looking at Lucid, trying to wait for it to hit that $2 mark, but Lucid kind of stayed up today. So I was like, I'm not taking my chances. Let me see my other around $2 small cap, and Allo came through. Now let's look at this. Around 10 o'clock? Here it is. It was around, here we go. It was around 10:25 a.m. and it hit 199, and I was like, bet. I know it's gonna go back up to somewhere in the $2 and some change. So I went ahead and I got in right here. Now, if you notice, we had some pull up right here around 10:35 with these two green candles, but it was just at 202. So I was hoping it'd go up some more, but then the bulls came in and the bears came in and started pulling it back down. Then we got some pushback right here around $1.98, and it went back up, and it kept going back and forth, for a little bit. But like I said, I knew it was going to go back up. It was just a matter of time, and eventually it did. It was around, here we go, around 12:20 p.m. Today, and it hit around $2.06. At this point, I was like, you know what? It was playing around at that low for so long. I'm going to go ahead and take profit when I saw it. So once it hit $2.06, I went ahead and got out. Of course, right after that, it went up to 07, but then it dropped back down, and it was like that for pretty much most of the day. At one point in time, it did hit 207, but by then it was way too late. And like I said, if you look right here between that 12:15 and 3 o'clock, 2:20 to 3 o'clock mark, it pretty much stayed the same the whole time. So, I was happy with what I was able to do with that. And then I got up out of there. Now, and if we go look at our small cap stocks, just to take a look at what they were doing, let me go ahead and pull them up. Now, and as far as Lucid is concerned, it's been around this all day, $2.17, 222. I want to say around 925. The lowest, it was at 212. At 8:15, it was around 210. So it never really dropped down to that $2 mark. And like I said, Lucid is one of those stocks that you really want to get it as low as it can get, because the market can come back and bite you. You mess around, get it at 210, and I promise you, as soon as you get it at 210, it's going down to $2. So I don't take chances with that. And that's why you have multiple stocks that are around this price. So whichever one does hit that bottom, you can go ahead and jump on and get some profit. So we can see right here the lowest that it got all day. Matter of fact, it was in the pre-market at 8:15 a.m. That was 211. After that, It started going up and down. Now, and obviously there were some people that probably got in around 211, around 820 at 211, and then once 10 a.m. came about, it was at 224, and they were able to take profit off of that 13 cent move. But once again, that's one of those things. It's neither here nor there. It could either go up or it could go down. Any recent news about Lucid says investors have endured a painful journey since the company's euphoric highs of 2021. So it's really not too much going on with Lucid. But I'll tell you what's going on right now. Crypto is trying to make a little play. If we go over here to crypto, see right there, Bitcoin slowly making its way back. It was hanging around 80,000. Now it's at 83,926, and it's still moving right now. Now, of course, this brings us to XRP. XRP's at $2.23. So I feel like SRP's getting a new low right now. So if we look at it from earlier this morning, you're talking about $2.15, $2.14. So at one point in time, we were looking at Lucid for the low of just $2.00. But now that everything's starting to move up, we may want to go ahead and move that to $2.10. Seeing how it's kind of fluctuating between that and $2.24. So we're going to go up to this bell. We're going to go ahead and change some things. We're going to change this below alert to $2.10. And then we're going to go ahead and change this above to $2.20. And as long as nothing crazy happens again with the stock market, we should be able to ride that into the next test. All right. Doge is barely moving right now. I don't think anybody cares about that meme stuff anymore. Chainlink is hanging around, the 13s, the low to mid 13s. The lowest it got was 1284. Ooh, that would have been a good time to get in. I'm kind of liking Chainlink. Chainlink seems like it's one of those cryptos that's actually doing what it's supposed to do. It's connected with Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes up, it goes up. When Bitcoin goes down, it goes down. Right? So today at 11:10, which I was already in a position, so I couldn't do it. But I really would have got into it, especially once it hit $12.84, just because I knew it was going to go back up, which it did at $13.31. So that's something to look at. But once again, when looking at any of these stocks, you always want to reference the big wig, which is Bitcoin, which as of now is following that trend. It's making its way back up. If we go back to March the 6th, it was at 92. So we can look to it to hopefully make it back there. Of course, this isn't financial advice, but that's one of them things you can hope for. It says right here from Bitcoin, it's 13 minutes ago. Meta Planet keeps staking Bitcoin. Now sits at 3,050 Bitcoin. It says, trusted editorial content reviewed by leading industry experts and seasoned editors, content reviewed by leading industry experts and seasoned editorial. So that's basically just the intro. Let's see what Bitcoin is saying. Nope, can't have my cookies. All right. So basically, they're saying that as the company continues its buying streak, the global Bitcoin space will only become stronger. So this company is basically pushing Bitcoin forward. So, and this is why Bitcoin is making its little gradual rise. This Meta Planet company, and it says right here the strategy is to keep staking Bitcoin by making Bitcoin its primary asset. The company is taking a long-term approach that could pay off in years ahead. Okay, so they're buying the dip basically, but they're buying the dip like crazy. As more firms begin to consider Bitcoin as a reserve asset, MetaPlanet is already ahead of the curve. Whether its bold strategy will lead to even greater success remains to be seen. But for now, it shows no signs of slowing down. So basically, they're doing what crypto and Bitcoin, what was basically the plan all along. That decentralization and, a company just taking it and rolling with it. And if you notice, it's a more natural growth rather than what people were doing, which is waiting for news of some sort of entity to declare Bitcoin a reserve or whatever. It was always the tool of the people when you think about crypto and it being decentralized in the first place. I feel like a lot of people forgot that crypto, the whole point of it was to be decentralized. But, oh well, that's what happens with time. People forget how things start. Let's see what else is happening here. As far as farmer goes, see today who had the biggest percentage growth. And it's Allogene Therapeutics. They went up 23.96%. So Allogene Therapeutics, of course, is a biopharmaceutical company. Today's high 69 cent. Today's low 55 cent. So that's not bad. That's about an 11-cent change. And because this is a penny stock, that's a lot. When you think about how much you could get of that, and then it growing 10 cent, because now you're talking about 10 cent, but 10 cent by like the thousands. So it is a completely different. I may take a look at this. Let me see. And the analyst says a 100% buy. So I may have to take a look at this. Let me see what the low is. What is the low? Let me go back down here. It says today's low 55 cents. So I'm going to go ahead and set my alert for this. This will be the only penny stock that I own. Well, that I potentially. So I'm going to say below 55 cents. And go ahead and get that situated. And I will go ahead and add this to my small cap watch list. All right. And speaking of my small cap watch list, let's go back down there. I need to get rid of some stuff too. For instance, I'm never going to do anything with this stock right here. This Irasca goes down 152. It's not really moving. So we're going to go ahead and kick you off the team. You've been replaced. All right. And then, of course, IQIY. I keep forgetting about this stock. This is a good one. This is another one where I like to wait until it hits about $2 because I know it's going to go back up. But lately, it's kind of been leveling out around 210, 216. So we may have to go ahead and change our approach to this. Let me see what the high is for today. The highest for today has been 230. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move this to 210. So let's go ahead and change the below alert from 220 to 210. We got to move with the market. Sometimes we set these alerts and we just keep them where they are, but they don't necessarily stay like that. Sometimes stocks grow, and then you have to make sure that you grow right along with them so you don't get left in the dust. Sometimes you may have a stock and you set the low at $5, and that thing that already moved up to 15, never going down to 5 again, and you're just out there lost wondering what happened to that stock. SoundHound is SoundHound AI. It's not doing too much. And yeah, I think that's it right there. As far as news, there's not really too much going on. I think right now they're trying to push Tesla and stuff like that, trying to get that going. As far as the my big dogs, matter of fact, we can take a look at that. Let's go to my big dog stocks. Yelp is staying low right now. It's not really doing anything. Kind of just leaving that alone. PayPal making a little bit of movement. Robinhood Markets is making some movement. Intel was the winner of the day, though. That's a 15% move right there. They went from from $20.57 all the way up to $23.31. So somebody definitely made some money right there. But this is one of those. Now we're gonna have to change our low unless it makes us a serious drop. So I'm not going to set anything yet because I need to see what this is going to do tomorrow. If it drops, that's fine. This would be one of those where you want to look at the technical data. This is ones where you're going to go ahead and you're going to look at those candles. And you're going to see exactly what's going on. Make sure MACD is doing what it's supposed to be doing down here. Make sure you see some green and not too much red. The MACD is a really good indicator of what a stock is about to do. If you see a lot of red like this and is in the negatives over here to the right, then that means 9 times out of 10 is about to start going down. If you start seeing a lot of green right here, all you got to do is look up and it'll tell you what's going on. That means you're about to see some green over here. Yeah, those candles. That means it's a good buy. So that's one of those things where you can just pay attention to. Of course, I use the 5, the 10, and the 15, as far as my indicators are concerned. Other than that, I think everything's going on okay. Nvidia's at 116. That's growing. AMD actually went all the way up to, I want to say, 101. Then we had some pullback to 99. This is one of those, if it wasn't so expensive, I'd get it right now. But I think if you're buying like multiple thousands of dollars worth of shares, then this would make more sense to you. And get it at 98 and then sell it once it hits 100 or 101. That's $3, $4 change or something like that. But it's just one of those things where it wouldn't be lucrative to me yet, but we shall see in the future. But otherwise, that's the stock market for today. Hopefully, everybody got some good trades. And, just keep trading, And everybody have a nice day. And we out. Deuces. Oh, yeah, and don't forget to subscribe.